Let's look at preparing a scene using XRefs and Cinema 4D for the render network. I have an octane scatter with a max tree weed XRef. It's scattered to make the field. And what the XRef is essentially a nested C4D file that we place in our scene. Think about smart objects in Photoshop, and we can access the source file anytime through the XRef object attributes. If we jump over to the Create toolbar and we drop down to the XRef, we can look at the XRef properties with the gear icon, and this will allow us to check things like the relative to project box, which is important for packaging up the files properly for the render network. I already have both the tree and the weed assets stored in the relative path to the scene file. This will allow the render network to read the nested C4D files properly. If we dive into the text folder, we'll see that all of the textures from both the assembled scene and the XRefs are all included. If we jump back over to Cinema, we can see our XRef master scenes are still intact, as their own packaged hero assets. So the XRef object treats them just like any other proxy or asset within the assembled scene, without altering the master external reference scenes. The Project Asset Inspector will allow you to consolidate assets and pull up all the XRefs into a consolidated location, or you can go to File, Save Project with Assets, and then provide a location to store all the project assets together. From here you can see the assembled scene along with all of the individual nested C4D scenes. Once you've localized your XRef assets to the relative location, and your scene looks good, you can fire up the C4D Render Network Wizard and prepare the scene for the render network. This will double check all of your assets and ensure there are no other plugin or any other issues in your scenes, and it'll package up and zip a folder for you to send to the render network. Feel free to open up the package zip and double check that the nested C4D scenes are there along with the final assembled scene. And from here we can simply drag and drop into the Render Network Manager app or the web portal. And be sure to check the C4D file option when uploading. Always be sure your DCC version and your render engine versions match, and that you set your proper render and output settings. After the job processes and starts, you want to ensure everything is running smooth and that XRefs are being read properly. You can preview the frames in both the Manager app or the web portal to track your job as it renders. There's a guide available as well to walk you through this process, and you can access that anytime through the Render Network knowledge base. Thanks for watching.